everyone. We're back at still at the journeys of the Radiant Citadel, and we are with our group of shield bearers. We are doing tonight in the mists of Manivarsha with our crew, our group, as I bring us into the appropriate map. It is the final day of the Shankz trials unfolds in the city of Sagurpur. I will type that out to the chat. Sagurpur. And well, you know, it's the reason you guys is here is your cleric Beth of the Bray has tasked you with getting some holy waters. Believes that it's a magic. She needs this to help with her church, so she needs to get this blessed water. So she has asked you all to come. You know, she you know, from what you guys know, you know, it's not really a celebration like this trial. It's like this. I mean, it's kind of a celebration, but it's more like it's a celebration of art and athleticism. There's lots of different contests like boat building, boat racing, cooking, dancing, you know, diving and swimming.
Ooh, so, a swimming competition?
Yeah, a swimming competition.
Oh, this will be great.
Yeah, so you guys that came kind of near the tail end, but I think as we give introduction, we can see, you know, what do you think you guys are doing during these trials? During this, you know, 12-day event. You know, don't want to say that festival word. You know, feels like it might jinx it, but hopefully won't. You know, so far it seems to have been pretty easy. So let's start with Brig. A little introduction for Brig, and maybe, you know, some of you were doing during these Shankz trials.
Well, Brig was, I'm trying to remember what the last adventure was. Oh, last adventure there were fire and there were steps. And so Brig is excited that he's not having to try to prance up any steps anymore on his four-hooved legs. And thought that they were getting away from festivals, but here we have more festivals. Hopefully this one is not quite as fiery as the last. He still has some of that entertainer in him, so he's probably been looking to some of these athletic contests and seeing if there was an opportunity to flex the muscles that he still has, and perhaps put on a sideshow for the crowds.
Oh, very nice. And then, you know, we go to that claw that is most hidden.
Ah, well, with cat-like agility and feline grace, you see the live hidden claw step forward and bow. You know, kind of color like a tiger, as you guys see. He turns and says, "Ah, yes. For some reason, we have a lot of problems with festivals. In fact, I wish we would stop going to them, in fact. At the recent Shankz trials, once again I had to show athleticism and acrobatics, flipping about and performing like I was some stage cat. It was quite embarrassing, but the fish was very good, though."
Oh, very good.
He's a level 9 monk.
And of course, we go to Nimbus.
It is I, Mr. Nimbus. And you see an elf of the sea variety who is clad in very noble finery around his mithril chain. It is I, Mr. Nimbus. Yes, I am coming as an emissary from the oceans where my people dwell, here to learn the ways of the land and bring back knowledge and whatnot. But we have been seeing a lot of festivals, and I've been beating a lot of people at games, as you know, sea elves are very good at playing these games and whatnot. But yes, blessed with bringing the storm gem to the surface. Mr. Nimbus mechanically is a 2nd level Tempest Cleric and 7th level Storm Sorcerer.
Nice. And then we go to our other Priscilla.
Priscilla is sort of a hybrid Ganassi. Her appearance is that of a water Ganassi with stone-like scales all over her body and face. And she is a Genie Warlock 3 and Aberrant Mind Sorcerer 6. And she'll probably spend her time trying to do some art. Because she enjoys art.
Oh, very cool. As art is enjoyable, then we go last but never ever least. We have the duo of Shankz and his trusty skid marks.
Yeah. Shankz is a level 9 Drakewarden, and Skid Marks is his Drakewarden companion. We're kind of on the adventuring road to get revenge on the main virulence, but so far that's kind of been put on the back burner due to all these recent festivals and everything, so just going as I see him and trying to keep Skid Marks out of the alcohol.
Yeah, it seems like this Borg Shankz, just you feel like by the time you probably go around to dealing with it, hopefully still be around. Hate for, something to happen before you get a chance to look into that vengeance.
Yeah, unfortunately, vengeance doesn't pay the bills.
This is true. So, as you're nearing the end of this introduction, and you have contracted the services of a boat, I believe, like a guide or a majel, and I'll point that. And you finally was able to find somebody. You guys kind of haggled a little bit, but with the Magi. His name is Duca Bariali. But from when you talk to him, he said he's going to be around at the end, and he will take you, further up, the river and streams, and hopefully get you some of that very important blessed water that Beth told each of you, that she needs this specific water, and it's only here. So, as you guys are, getting ready for things to end, so you can continue on the actual journey, the city of Sagopur is teeming with onlookers, enjoying the Shanka trials. The final event of this great competition is being held next to the temple to the riverine Ivadi, an ancient burnt clay edifice adorned by images of lilies and spirits that peek from behind moss and vines. Countless spectators fill the surrounding streets and line the river. So, and as you guys are kind of, you got a decent spot. This final event is a dancing competition, and where there's this young prodigy, a young dancer named, everyone calls her Nisha, is about to perform. There's this buzz of excitement as Nisha is able to expertly and perfectly do her performance. It is nothing short of breathtaking, but it takes an edge of sadness. Like, as she dances, an announcer explains that her performance represents the story of the city, of Manivarsha's mysterious destruction, and of the anguish carried by Nisha and all those Manivarshi who will never return to their ancestral home as this dance finally ends, a tumultuous cheer, rises from the crowd. And you guys can even see that, there's some people in the crowd, they're just wiping, that they're clapping, but, wiping the edges from their eyes. And after just kind of really quickly brief deliberation, the trial judges produce a great conch shell trophy, which is, for you guys who did outstanding, you got a much smaller conch trophy. So, but she gets the Riverines Shenka. As everyone bows and they beckon Nisha forward, there's, cheering and fanfare as she accepts the trophy and takes her place as the newest champion of the Shenka trials. And as there should be a picture of Nisha. Let's see. Alright. Really quick. Show it to you all. This is what she looks like. But the hairs on the back of your neck, start to rise as thunder rings out, as the sky fills with clouds. From the formerly calm river, a surge of water rises, forming a wave that flings boats onto the banks. The massive wave crests in a mighty swell, crashing toward the crowded shore and riverine temple. As I minimize. As you all have a moment to react, and as we react, we will react with initiative.
Someone must have cast Control Weather 10 minutes ago.
Alright, yes. We sort. We will start with Shankz and skid marks. And this is kind of if you right now you are seeing the plaza surrounding this temple. There's a bunch of people around. This sudden wave is kind of coming down, so you guys kind of have like a round to try to quick thinking. Is there something you think you can do to help assist with this oncoming disaster? So let's go with Shankz and skid marks.
I could try to and there's like basically like revelers or whatever like all over, right? Like can I try to get some of them to like higher ground, like second floors or whatnot? Just like I'll get like skid marks to fly up there. I'll throw a rope up there and I'll start leading people up the rope, I guess.
That sounds cool. But you don't gotta roll anything. That's just what you're gonna do for this.
Sure. So I'll basically stay in this area and try to do that.
Okay, and then we will go to Hidden Claw.
Okay, so this like wave is about to crash into us.
Yes.
And all these people. Well, I don't have any fancy spells. I am going to quickly run literally up the wall onto here, and then with my staff begin pulling people up onto the roof as well.
Okay. Cool. All right.
Oops, sorry.
Oh, we're just too fast. It's all good. No, Priscilla. Priscilla, right?
Yep, Priscilla. Now, most of my spells affect creatures. Can I use Rhymes Binding Ice to try and freeze a section of the wave?
Oh, sure. Yeah, they can do that.
So if it looks like it's going to like crash into somebody or some like house or something, I'm going to try and like, it's a 30-foot cone, so I'm going to try to freeze like a 30-foot section of the wave.
Oh, sure. Yeah. All good. Yeah, don't gotta worry about, I guess just mark the spell off that you used. Alright, very nice. And then, Brig.
Alright, Brig will activate his Ring of Jumping. It's bonus action. And will, I think it is. I have to check. Regardless, he will try to start grabbing people and jumping up onto roofs with them to try to get them out of the way.
Nice, nice. And last but never least, Mr. Nimbus.
All right. So I am a storm guide, and I can gain the ability to subtly control the weather around myself.
Okay.
So is it like a storm that has come up, or is it just the river has overflowed its banks unnaturally?
This feels like a sudden storm. Like this is kind of like a normally these events, to your knowledge, it takes a little bit of revving to go. Like you would see signs before it gets this it just suddenly goes to it's suddenly like a typhoon, you know, suddenly here, and it's like whoa yeah, okay, that's odd.
All right. So I can use an action to cause the rain to stop falling in a 20-foot radius sphere centered on us.
Okay.
Or I can use a bonus action to change the direction of the wind that's in a 100-foot radius centered on me. Or I could try to cast control weather myself.
Is it that gem you can control weather?
Apparently, I can control weather at will.
You know,
if you don't want me to do it, I will.
No, good. I don't care how. No, that's.
It does take 10 minutes for the effects, but maybe it's like a contested will.
Oh, you could totally do that. No, you could totally do it. No, for the purposes, yes, you can start on that.
Okay, so Nimbus is going to basically place himself like sheltering everyone, and is going to use the bonus action from Storm Guide to cause the winds to blow directly at the water to try to keep the water back, you know, as much as possible.
Sure.
And then we'll begin working on, flying like 50 feet up, but we'll begin working on control weather because there's a fell voice on the wind.
Now, is it through? It's through the gem, right?
It's definitely through the gem.
Now, I guess my thing is, would it? Because my understanding is that if you're using through an item, unless specifically stated, it's typically like whatever action the item is, or unless the item's just like you just cast it like normal.
So it doesn't say as an action, because I know what you're trying to. It's like the how you can change 8 hours of awaken into the action from the.
Yeah. Well, that's what I guess that's my understanding of it. Between the necklace, the staff, you know, it kind of like. It says 10 minutes. But this item I have can let me just do it, you know.
All right, I'm fine with that, because why not? That wouldn't make it any more broken.
Yeah, you know it. Yeah, you're just gonna do a light control weather. I mean.
Yeah, just an easy control weather.
Yeah. Okay.
And just say, how this river will listen to my commands.
Okay. So, okay, go ahead.
I didn't even put it on my spell sheet.
Yeah, no. I'm thinking in my head. Okay, so
Okay, that's an
give
idea,
me
but what's your
give me a spell. Just give me like a spellcasting check.
All right, and I'm going to use my inspiration because I really want this to work.
Oh sure, no. I would say it's not for what you. It's not necessarily if it's gonna work or not. It's for something else. So
Okay, sure. Then I won't worry.
yeah, don't worry about it.
All right. Charisma.
Nice. So, as you know, as the storm starts rising, you just kind of go up, and again, to my knowledge, control weather, it can just instantly like make it calm. It just sort of, you know,
That's the idea.
Yeah,
I want to
that's
take
the
it because
idea.
I'm assuming because I'm looking at it now.
Yeah.
But it basically starts with different stages,
Mm-hmm.
and so like I think we're in the torrential rain type, condition. And so I just want to bring it down to rain and then just overcast to light clouds and then
Sure.
make it clear. But it takes, minutes for that to happen.
Sure. So how I'll do this is as you kind of and actually because of this we will just kind of negate the saving throw that was going to come, because it's like, well, it just kind of the wave, just like everything around you just kind of splits and everything kind of starts to calm down instead of being a horrific destruction. But you see a figure, sort of as you're focusing on the spell, you're calming things down.
As I'm holding this gem out in my outstretched hands, doing my best Moses impression.
Yes, as you were doing Moses, you feel this tug of another figure kind of pops up. Now, don't have that. But it is this figure with long, kind of white hair, kind of muscular body, and you just kind of, he pops in your head for like that moment, and has just like kind of this really curious look on his face of. But he does. But there's you see these like chains around, chains kind of around this form. Just kind of has this queer look in his face. But as you're able to, like, kind of power through and everything, again, instant downgrade, it calms down. It becomes more of, from the torrential rain, goes down to a more delicate. You see suddenly, like, all the people around you just, as they're getting up, they're getting on the roofs, they're looking around, and they just kind of, as like the seconds roll by, and then it just kind of becomes rain, and they all just kind of they all just start looking up at Mr. Nimbus, just floating there with your gem, taking this storm. And
people of Manivarsha, it is I, Mr. Nimbus, who has saved you. I think that's good for a turn.
Yeah, that's great. Oh, and as people start coming in, and but you will notice just as you hear people coming down, everyone's just coming down, and they that you hear like this chant of Mr. Nimbus, Mr. Nimbus, as they're calling for you. But however, you hear problems, further north by the temple, as creatures of living water come out and are like attacking some of the people that are going, but I will say that the massive crisis is going to be averted, and we will throw initiative, as you guys will see. These snakes that these kind of some smaller, some bigger snakes kind of appear, and they're kind of attacking people. And we'll just kind of say, guys, they're close enough to you all that we can get into some initiative. And we'll just use the same initiative we were using. I need to quickly get them to stop whispering. But I would say if you can definitely get inspiration for quelling this plot-based natural disaster. Huzzah, Mr. Nimbus. Huzzah.
Mr. Nimbus begins floating down in a very Homelander-esque way.
Nice. Very, very nice. Coming down, everyone just... And let us start this round as this larger kind of water snake moves. Let's see. Actually, with the water, you know, it's like enough that it can kind of move, just not by much. But it seems to ready itself for something. But then Shankz, you and skid marks.
All right. Well, I'll see that thing coming, so I will take a couple of shots at it. I think I'm going to be fire today. I know we're going against water, but I'm usually fire.
Yeah.
All right. So 2 short bow shots. Phew.
Both are hits.
Alright, I will add Fury the Small and a favorite foe to their first.
Nice. And then is it just this one, I assume?
Yeah, it's the one that just came towards us.
Okay, cool.
And then another 12 for the second shot, and I'll tell skid marks to head over there. 40 feet, yeah, that should be his movement. So, actually, you know what? I'm gonna tell skid marks to hang out here and get in his way. So he's gonna sit here and he's going to ready in action. If something is close, he's gonna try to bite him.
All right, nice.
And that'll be my turn.
Very nice. Hidden Claw.
Okay. Hidden Claw will flip off the roof here in front of his pal skid marks, slamming his staff down through the water.
And then a ready action will go off, but yeah, that's a solid hit. I guess before the hit, it would try to do its one constriction on you. So I think a 21's gonna get you. So that'd be.
For 12, I am grappled and pulled 5 feet closer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, if I knew I was restrained while taking the hit, I would have used my inspiration. Should I reroll?
No. I would say you can keep the 18 for a solid hit.
Alrighty. So with that first attack, then my second one, I guess, is at disadvantage.
Nice. Oof. Okay. It's not doing well. Yep. Still a hit.
All right. This will be lightning damage. As his hand just glows as he drives it through its center, sending tendrils of electricity through the creature.
And how do you dispatch this weird water? This weird water.
Oh well, well, a hidden claw. He gets his ball of lightning formed in his hand. He's like, Kamehameha! And he drives it into the center of the creature and it just explodes in lightning and water.
Nice. And then
see, that was 5, 10. 9 Buncer.
Alright, nice. And this other one, with the rain, just.
Hey, no freaking. Let's play a game of hide and go seek, okay?
It'll just move there and just kind of ready itself.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Priscilla.
8, 9.
I'm going to move there, and I'm going to throw I'm Binding Ice at the 2 of those.
Alrighty.
That's good damage.
Okay.
Where is it? Gabby!
Okay. Okay. Just trying to see if it can't be.
I can't see it.
It's not restrained, it's just hindered.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe it was.
And while it's hindered, its speed is reduced to 0.
Yeah. The other elemental.
Okay, so
Not
the elemental saves, but it takes half damage, and I guess the weird is kind of frozen in place. And that is my turn.
Alrighty.
Here is
Brig.
Brig will rage and move forward as part of his rage. And then we'll move up and we'll swing recklessly to the south as that one has been hit before.
fire.
It does have I was waiting, so since it got close enough, and then it'll try to constrict on Brig, but I think a 14's gonna right on the money.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Then I will recklessly swing at it as a straight roll.
That will first miss, but the second one definitely hits.
All right, for 19 magical slashing, and that'll end my turn.
All right, not doing well, but all right. And the elemental's turn, with its trident, will just try to jab it 3 times, two-handed. Since you are restrained, you'll get advantage. You're also reckless, so jab 1, jab 2, jab 3. I think all 3 hit. Alright. So force damage. His turn. Mr. Nimbus.
All right, Mr. Nimbus will fly down. Coming down to around 30-ish feet. And then he will draw back as he hurls a whip from his mind at both of these creatures. We'll upcast a Tasha's Mind Whip to each of them.
All right.
Ooh, and we're definitely Oh no, I don't have empowered. So that is what it is.
Alright, for the weird. Wow,
Whoa.
you know, it's alright, the elemental though. Doesn't get advantage, so pass and a fail.
So there they go. They will get either a action, a move action, or a bonus action. Your choice.
Okay.
And the other guy just takes 2 points of psychic. There you go. Mr. Nimbus is he's concentrating on the control weather too much.
Of course, yeah, just bringing everything down.
And we'll have the wind change directions as a bonus action, just because I can. And
Nice. Alright, top of the round. Shankz.
Alright, Shankz will get a little closer. He'll run over to the corner over here and try to shoot the smaller one. I believe that's 2 hits. And I'll add an infused strike in there.
If you're attacking the smaller one, the 15 is a miss. 22 is a hit though.
Oh, okay. Well, good to know. And this will add on to this strike then. Just for 1 more fire. Does it look like the fire is effective?
Normal effective.
Alright, and I will tell Skidmarks to get in there and bite that thing. And Skidmarks is going to use most of his movement to get over there, like that, and try to bite down on him. Oof, 13 probably misses.
Yeah, 13's a miss.
Alright, that's my turn.
Alright, from the Shankz and Skidmarks to the Hidden Claw.
Okay. Let's step over to this guy. We'll start off with the big guy. Quickly spin the staff behind my back before whipping it into the creature's, what appears to be its head.
Yeah. Oof, nice.
Unfortunately, did not have advantage on that. Oops, forgot to do damage. So first was for 8 bludgeoning, second was 15. I'm not sure if 15 hits.
For the large one, yes, a 15 is a hit.
Follow up
Ooh.
with bludgeoning, bonus action, monk unarmed attack.
But how do you dispatch this one? Just
Oh, well, all of a sudden, the wall is splattered by, a splash of water as the creature dissipates into a fine mist. Hidden Claw will quickly do a spinning back kick into the back of this Myrmidon. A lightning spinning back kick.
nice. 15 will miss though.
That's quite unfortunate. I should have used inspiration. And I am done, sir.
Alright. For Silo.
Alright, just gonna Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Yes and no.
For some reason, that is now excluding my charisma again, so add another 5.
Okay.
And that'll be my turn.
Alrighty. Brygaeon, no longer restrained.
All right. I will recklessly swing with advantage at the one to the south.
Oof, nice.
And did that roll correctly? No. One more d6. And second swing. Because I put it in the wrong thing.
All right. 2 great big swings. Of course, how is gonna retort? Well, it's just going to, I guess, latch ditch action, stab with the force, 17.
17. I'll remember I have a tail.
All right.
Still hits.
Then one more. Ooh, not the. It's a crit of its own. You guys are just critting each other.
All right.
And then go over there to Mr. Nimbus.
All right. Well, Mr. Nimbus will look down and say, like, I attacked your mind before. I shall do it again. I try to shove a wedge inside of its personality. Ah ha ha! There you go. 7 points of psychic and have a -3 on the next save that you will fail because of that. End of turn. As I continue concentrating on the control weapon.
All right. Top of the round. Just a very weakened elemental. Shankz.
All right, try to finish it off. 2 shot.
19's a hit.
For 14.
All right.
And if he's still up, might as well bite.
A good bite. Nice.
And that's it for us.
And Hidden Claw.
Okay. Well, I will drive my staff into this creature's where her spine should be. It's still up. Let's try it again. Oh, wait a second. I was rolling my dart.
Yeah, I mean, you can throw your darts, but yeah, you can use your staff too.
Well, it's the same to hit, but just the damage should be better.
But they're both hits, so you can roll the damage.
Right. If he is still up, I will bonus action.
Still.
Give him a lightning uppercut.
Nice.
Okay, 14 bludgeoning, 7 lightning.
Ooh, you know what? Oh my word. You are able to, with your lightning quick uppercuts, as the elemental Mirrodin, although it looks like a giant snake form, just kind of hits it. It evaporates and disperses.
Huzzah.
And then, you know, as I take this moment of calm.
So I get
Okay. And then, and just as quickly as Mr. Nimbus, as people start coming out, the storm calms down into just a very calm event. And, you know, as people, as other people that were in a temple emerge, suddenly everybody kind of comes out and greets you all.
No need for thanks. We only did what was necessary.
And they will and they would look at you all and say, "Oh my, I don't know how you're able to control the weather, such as this. We thank you all, but Nisha." And they'll ask, they call out for Nisha and no response. And some people say that the river, before it finally calmed down, some of it took her. And the Shankz trophy is as they say, "Oh, as we bless you, such powerful heroes able to quote us. Please, if you can help look for Nisha, that wall of water that was going to come down. I guess some people are saying that it was seeking Nisha herself as she tried to help others to safety, as you all were. It seized her the trophy and kind of pulled them away. Was able to pull away, but before you calmed the waters." Well, hopefully, great heroes, we can offer you such a modest reward if you can go find Nisha, and as well as a trophy. The Shankz trophy. It's very vital to. It has sentiment. It has great history and value for this city. I'm hoping if you could talk to some people and maybe try to find our champion and her medal, we can pay you each. We can give you each as they'll contact each other 500 gold pieces, as well as we have 20 acres of fertile farmland outside the city that can be all yours as well. Mr. Nimbus, you who can control the weather.
Yes. Yes. Do you happen to have some type of healer or something that may assist my four-hoofed companion?
It says, oh yes. We don't know why our elementals, those are protectors of the temple. I don't know why they were attacking everyone and such. Maybe something to do with whatever tried to cause this. And we'll just you get healed. Brig, I'll just roll. Between all their healing, they kind of give you some poultices, and they kind of wrap you in some very nice garb, and they put like all kind of bandages, and at the end, and some healing magic and some dancing. If you can, they'll assist you with helping with the dance to heal. If anything, just to raise the spirits. You get 15 back. Everyone's in like this awestruck mood of just seeing, never seen anyone that can control the weather as such. So. But they will tell you it is not an easy task. That the flooded swamp forests of Shinkahumbi are vast. It's like, if you could find a boat with a guide, they could surely take you upriver to search for Nisha.
Yes, we will go search for such a boat.
You wouldn't by chance happen to know anybody that's for rent, do you?
Well, you guys know, because it is the one that you do have a guide. You have the other gentleman typed earlier. You actually secured a guide earlier because you're supposed to get some blessed water for Beth.
Well, he can
Duca.
Help us find Nisha.
Yeah. And you guys settled on to 75 gold pieces that you're supposed to pay him for. But you were as they kind of thank you. You do get a gift. You get a Shankz shell from the temple. And this actually functions as a stone. Some would say a lucky stone. Some might even call it a stone of good luck to whoever wants to use it.
Hey, whoever the most skillful person here should have it for now.
I'll leave that up to you. Actually, we will take a brief pause as I put some kids to bed. So, just a second.